Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Diversity of Plants Zone. Before starting my today's video, I request you all to please subscribe my YouTube channel. Today's topic of my video is about the classification system of Engler and Prantle. So let's start the video. Introduction. Adolf Engler and Karl Prantl were the two German botanists. They published their classification system. They followed the classification system of Eichler. Their system replaced the classification system of Bentham and Hooker. This system dominates in the plant taxonomy now. The best known and widely accepted phylogenetic system is that by the Adolf Engler, professor of botany, University of Berlin. In 1892, he published a classification system mainly based on the August Wilhelm Eichler in the book which is called Solibus der Vorlesungen as a guide to study the plants available in the Breslau Botanic Garden. During 1887 to 1915, Engler and his associate Karl Prantl made a monographic work, The Die Naturlichen Pflanzenfamilien, in 20 volumes including all the known genera of plants from algae to the phanerogames, along with key to identify the plants. Engler, in collaboration with the Gilg and later with Diels, published the works in a single volume which is called Solibus der Pflanzenfamilien. After his death, the book was revised by followers in several editions, and the latest 12th one in 2 volumes in 1954 and 1964. The system of Engler has been widely used in the American and European continents. Engler divided the plant kingdom into 13 divisions. The 13th division is the Embryophyta, Siphonogamma, the seed-bearing plants, for example, Spermatophyta. It is divided into 2 subdivisions. First is Gymnospermy and second is Angiospermy. The Angiospermy is divided into 2 classes, monocotyledons and dicotyledons. The class monocotyledons is divided directly into 11 orders. On the other hand, the class dicotyledons is divided into 2 subclasses. So the first is Archichlamydeae, for example, lower dicotyledons, and Metachlamydeae, or sympatally, for example, higher dicotyledons. The Archichlamydeae is further divided into 33 orders and Metachlamydeae into 11 orders. The orders are divided into suborders, families, genera, and finally into species. In this system, the plant kingdom contains about 309 families. The class monocotyledons starts with a family which is called Typhaceae and ends in Orchidaceae, while the class dicotyledons starts with a family Casuarinaceae and ends into the Compositae. In this system, Engler considered that in Embryophyta Siphonogamma, the flower without perianth is the primitive one. Thus, plants like oak, willow, etc., with woody stem and unisexual apetalous flowers, for example, Amentiferae, are treated as primitive dicotyledons. Next, I am going to discuss about the characteristics of this system. This system organizes the plants according to their affinities and phylogenetic relationships. It follows systematic plan. The plants are arranged from simple to complex one. According to this system, the most primitive flowering plants are without parent. The gamopetalous condition is taken as more advanced than polypetalous. The monocotyledons are placed before dicotyledons. According to this system, evolution occurs from hypogeny to epigeny. The perigeny condition is intermediate between these two. Next, I am going to discuss further about the Engler and Prantle system. Engler 1844 to 1930 and Prantl 1849 to 1893. They were the two German botanists who published their work in the form of a book. Engler considered the monocot to be more primitive than dicot. Engler and Prantle's system was warmly adopted by American and European scientists but not by the British. They were following Bentham and Hooker's system in the light of modifications produced by the Bossy and Hutchinson. Engler and Prantle's system, Adolf Engler 1844 to 1930 in collaboration with Karl Prantl 1849 to 1893 published a phylogenetic system of classification in their 20-volume monographic work titled Die Naturlichen Pflanzenfamilien as shown in the figure. According to the Engler and Prantle, the most primitive plants are wind-pollinated and most advanced plants are insect-pollinated. Unisexual plants are more primitive and with the passage of time, number of sepals and petals are increased. Bisexual flowers are highly advanced flower. For example, the bisexual flower is originated from unisexual flower. Free sepals, free petals, free stamen and carpels are the sign of primitive plants, where united is the sign of advanced plants. If calyxes are united, it means that the plant is primitive. If calyx and corolla are united, it means that plant is advanced, whereas the union of all parts of flowers represent the most advanced stage. From various groups of gymnosperms, angiosperms are evolved, monocots and then dicots. From angiosperms first evolved monocots and then dicots. It means that dicots are advanced whereas monocots are primitive. Engler united polypetalae and monochlamydeae into a separate group called Archichlamydeae, in which dicot plants are included and in which the sepals and petals are free. Metachlamydeae plants are evolved from Archichlamydeae. Female flowers evolved from megasporophyll and male from microsporophyll. Monocots have been divided and classified into 11 orders, 45 families, and dicots are divided into 44 orders and 261 families. So this is the plant kingdom, which is divided into the spermatophyta. Spermatophyta is also called embryophyta. Spermatophyta or embryophyta is again divided into gymnosperms, which include 7 orders, and angiosperms, which include 2 classes. Gymnosperm, as we know, it is divided into 7 orders and it includes Cycadophyllales. Second is Cycadales or Cycadales. Next is Banatitales, Ginkgoales, Coniferae, Cordyceps, and Netales. On the other hand, angiosperms, which include 2 classes, is further divided into monocot. Monocot include 11 orders and 45 families, and dicots. Dicots include 44 orders and 261 families. So, dicot is further divided into Archichlamydeae, which includes about 33 orders, and Metachlamydeae, which includes about 11 orders. Engler and Karl Prantl system of classification. So, this is the division Embryophyta, which is also called Siphonogamma. Siphonogamma is divided into Gymnospermy and Angiospermy. And Angiospermy is further divided into classes. Monocotyledons includes about 14 orders and dicotyledons includes 44 orders. This dicotyledons is again divided into Archichlamydeae, which is apetalae, and Metachlamydeae, sympetalae. Archichlamydeae or apetalae includes corolla, polypetalae, perianth single or double. Includes about 33 orders and 201 families. On the other hand, Metachlamydeae, sympetalae, corolla, chlamypetalae, perianth into rolls includes 11 orders and 57 families. Engler and Prantle system of plant classification. Engler and Prantle divided the plant kingdom into 14 divisions. So the first division is the Schizophyta. Next is the Mixothalophyta. Next is Flagellatae. Next is Dinoflagellatae. Next is Bacillariophyta or Bacillariophyta. Next is Conjugatae, Heterocontae, Chlorophyceae, Chirophyta, Phaeophyceae or Phaeophaceae, Rhodophaceae, and Eumycetes. Archigoniatae or Archigonatae, Embryophyta, Asiphonogamma, Embryophyta, Siphonogamma. Next is subdivision Angiospermy. Angiospermy includes class 1, which is called monocotyledons. Order 1 is the Pandanales. Families includes Typhaceae. Second is the Pandanaceae. Third is the Sparganiaceae. Order 2 includes Halobae. Families include Potamogetonaceae. Next is Najadaceae. Next is Aponogetonaceae. Next is Shoxeriaceae. Next is Alismaceae. Next is Butomaceae and Hydrocaritaceae. Order 3 is Triuridaeans, which include the family Triuridaceae. Order 4, Glamiflorae, includes the family Gramineae and Cyperaceae. Order 5 is Principes, include the family Palmae. Order 6, Senanthi, includes the family Cyclanthaceae. Order 7, Spatiflorae, includes the family Oraceae and Limnaceae. Order 8 is the Farinaceae, includes the family Flagellariaceae. Next is Restionaceae, Centrolepidaceae, Mayacaceae, Zyridaceae, Eriocolaceae, Therniaceae, Rapatiaceae, Bromeliaceae, Comilinaceae, Potadriaceae, Cyanostraceae, Philidraceae, and order 9 is Liliflorae or Liliflorae. Includes the family Gentiaceae. Next is Timonaceae, Liliaceae, Hemodoraceae, Amaryllidaceae, Valosaceae, Tecaceae, Dioscoriaceae, Iridaceae, and order 10 is Cytaminae. Includes the family Musaceae. Next is Zungiboraceae, Canaceae, Marantaceae. Order 11 is Microspermae. Includes the family Burmaniaceae, Orchidaceae. Class 2 is Dicotyledons. Includes the subclass 1 Archichlamydeae. Includes the orders 1 Verticillata. Family is Cazorinaceae. Order 2 is Piperales. Includes the family Sororaceae, Piperaceae, Chloranthaceae, Lysistemaceae, Lysistemataceae. Order 3 is Salicales and include the family Salicaceae. So the order 4 is Garrioles. Includes the family Garriosaceae. Order 5 is Myricaceae. Includes the family Myricaceae. Order 6 is Belanopsideales. Includes the family Belanopsidaceae, and order 7 is the Lecneriales and include the family Lecneriaceae. Order 8 is Juglendales. Includes the family Juglandaceae. Order 9 is Batidales. Includes the family Batidaceae. Order 10 is Julianales. Includes the family Julianaceae. Order 11 is Fagales. Order 11 is Fagales and families is Betulaceae and Fagaceae. Order 12 is Orticales. Includes the family Aumaceae, Moraceae, Urticaceae. Order 13 is Proteales. Include the family Proteaceae. Order 14 is Centennials includes the family Mysodendraceae, Centellaceae, Opalaceae, Grabiaceae, Olacaceae. Autochnymaceae, Laurentaceae. Next is Balanophoraceae, and order 15 is Aristolochiales. Includes the family Aristolochiaceae. Next is Rafflesaceae. Next is Hydnoraceae. Order 16 is Polygonales or Polygonales. Includes the family Polygonaceae. Order 17 is Centrospermi. Includes the families. First is Genopodiaceae, Amaranthaceae, Nyctaginaceae, and Cyanocrumbaceae. Next is Phytolaccaceae. Next is Azoaceae, and next is Portulaceae. Portulaceae. Next is Basilaceae. Next is Chirophalaceae, and order 18 is Ranales. Ranales include the family Nymphaceae and Ceratophalaceae. Next is Trochodendraceae, Circidae, Ranunculaceae, Ladizabalaceae, Berbridaceae, Manospermaceae, Magnoliaceae. Next is Calicanthaceae, Lectoridaceae, Ananiaceae, and Eupomitaceae, Myristicaceae, and Gomortigaceae or Gomortigaceae. Next is Monamiaceae. Next, Lauraceae, Hernandaceae. Next order is 19th order, which is called Reardales. Includes the family Papaveraceae, Caparidaceae, Cruciferae, Tovariaceae, Ricidaceae, Morinaceae. Order 20 is Sarrasinales, and includes the families Sarracinaceae, Nepenthaceae, Droseraceae. Order 21 is Rosales and includes the family Podostimaceae. Next is Tristichaceae. Next is Hydrostachiaceae. Next is Crassulaceae. And next is Cephalotaceae, Sexifragiaceae, Petosporaceae, Brunelliaceae. Next is Cononiaceae, Myrothymnaceae, Bruniaceae, Amentiferae, Euchlamydeae. Next is Plantaceae and Chrysosomidaceae. Next is Rosaceae and Corneraceae. Next is Leguminosae. Order 22 is Pandanales. Includes the family Pandanaceae. Order 23 is Geraniales. Includes the family Geraniaceae, Oxalidaceae, Tropiolaceae, Linaceae. Next is Hemeraceae. Next is Erythroxylaceae. Next is Zygophyllaceae, Canieraceae, Rutaceae, and Samarobaceae. Next is Burseraceae. Next, Meliaceae, Malpighiaceae, Trigonoaceae, Vocaceae. Next is Tremendraceae. Next, Polygalaceae. Next is Dichapetalaceae. Dichapetalaceae. Next is Euphorbiaceae and Calitrichaceae. Order 24 is Sapindales. Includes the family Amentiferae, Coriariaceae. Next is Coriariaceae, and the next is Limnantaceae. Next is Anacordiaceae, Cerulaceae, Buxaceae, Pentaphylaceae, Corinocarpaceae, Equifoliaceae. Next is Salistraceae, Hippocrataceae, Salvadoraceae, Stackhausiaceae, Staphyliaceae, Echinaceae, Aceraceae, Hippocastanaceae. Next is Sapindaceae, Sabiaceae, Melianthaceae, Balsaminaceae. Order 25 is Rhamnales. Includes the family Rhamnaceae and Vitaceae. Order 26 is Malvales or Malvales, which includes the family Elaeocarpaceae, Calinaceae. Next is Gonistellaceae, Theriaceae, Malvaceae, Bombaceae, Sterculaceae, Cytopetalaceae. Order 27 is Prietales. Includes the family Delaniaceae, Eucrephiaceae, Ocnaceae, Carocaraceae, Margraviaceae, Quinaceae, Thiaceae, Guttiferae, Dipterocarpaceae, Aletinaceae, Francaniaceae. Next is Tamaricaceae, Fulcuriaceae, Cistaceae, Buxaceae, Cochlospermaceae, Ventraceae, Violaceae. Next is Flacor, Flacotiaceae, Stachyoraceae, Turneraceae, Malishherbaceae, Passifloraceae, Echariaceae, Datiscaceae. Next is Begoniaceae. So the next is Ancestrocladaceae. Order 28 is Openthiales. Family is Cactaceae. And order 29 is Metiflorae, which includes the family Gysolometaceae. Next is Paniaceae, Ollinaceae, Thymelaceae, Elagnaceae, Litteraceae. Next is Soneraceae, Punicaceae. Next is Lacetidaceae, Rhizophoraceae, Nisaceae, Alangiaceae. And the next is Combretaceae, Metaceae, Melistomaceae, Onograceae, Haloraghidaceae, Hipporidaceae, Cynomoriaceae. Order 30 is the Umbelliflorae. Includes the family Araliaceae, Umbelliferae, Cornaceae. Subclass 2 is Monochlamydeae, which is also called Sympathy. Includes the order Archichlamydeae. Include the family Caladraceae, Pyrrolaceae, Limnaceae, Ericaceae, Apocrydaceae, Diapensiaceae. Order 2 is Primulales. Includes the family Theophragstaceae, Myrcinaceae, Primulaceae, Plumbaginales. Includes the family Plumbaginaceae. Order 4 is Abonales. Includes the family Sapotaceae, Ebonaceae, Symplocaceae, Staracaceae. Order 5 is the Contortae. Includes the family Oleaceae, Loganiaceae, Gentianaceae, Opportunaceae, Asclepiadaceae. Order 6 is Tubiflorae. Includes the families Convolvulaceae, Pulmonaceae, Hydrophalaceae, Boraginaceae, Verbanaceae, Labiata, and Knowlanaceae. Next is Solanaceae or Solanaceae, Scrofulariaceae, Bignoniaceae, Pedalaceae, Martinaceae, Orobencaceae, Gesneriaceae. Next is Colomeliaceae, Lentibulariaceae, and Globulariaceae. Next is Acanthaceae, Myoporaceae, and Fimmaceae. Order 7 is Plantaginales. Includes the family Plantaginaceae. Order 8 is Rubiales. Include the family Rubiaceae. Next is Caprifoliaceae, Adoxiaceae, Valerianaceae, Dipsacaceae, Cucurbitales. Order number 9 is the Cucurbitales. Include the family Cucurbitaceae. Order 10 is Campanulati. Include the family Campanulaceae, Goodaniaceae, Browniaceae, Stylidaceae, Caliceraceae, and Compositae. An outline of the Engler and Prantle system of plant classification. So this is the Divian embryophyta, which is also called Siphonogamma, which is also called seed-bearing plants. It is divided into subdivision Gymnospermy and Angiospermy. Angiospermy is further divided into class Monocotyledons, includes 11 orders and 45 families, and next is Dicotyledons, which is divided into subclass Archichlamydeae and Metachlamydeae, which includes Archichlamydeae includes 30 orders and 186 families. On the other hand, Metachlamydeae includes 10 orders and 52 families. Next, I am going to discuss about the classification scheme. Divian embryophyta, Siphonogamma, spermatophytes. These are seed-producing plants. These plants are divided into two subdivisions. Subdivision Gymnospermy. These are naked-seeded plants. These plants are further divided into following major classes. So the first class is Cycadales and Banatitales, Ginkgoes, Coniferae, Cordyceps, and Nitales. Subdivision Angiospermy. These are seed-producing flowering plants. Their seed is covered by fruits, and it is further divided into two classes. The class 1 is Monocotyledons. These plants have single cotyledon and they are without pith and cambium. Their leaves have parallel venations, and this class is further divided into following main orders. First is Pantanales, Helobiae, Triuridales, Glamiflorae, Principes, Cyananthe, Microspermy, Leliflorae, and Farinosae. Second class is Dicotyledons, and these plants have two cotyledons. They develop the pith and cambium. Their leaves have reticulate velation. This class is further divided into following orders. First order is Piperales, Salicales, Maricales, Batidales, Urticales, Proteales, and Belanophorales. Next is polygonales, rosales, pandales, sapindales, malvales, opantiales, and aricales, primulales, ebenales, and cucurbitales. This is the outline of Engler and Prantle classification. So the plants are divided into two divisions. First is bacteria or traidophytes. Second is embryophyta or siphonogamia. Embryophyta siphonogamia is further divided into subdivisions gymnospermy and angiospermy. Angiospermy is further divided into classes. Classes are monocotyledons, includes 11 orders and 45 families. Second is dicotyledons, which includes about subclasses of Archichlamydeae, which includes 33 orders and 206 families. Next is monochlamydeae, which includes about 11 orders and 52 families. Next I am going to discuss about the distinctive features of the Engler and Prantle system. The main distinctive features of Engler's system that separate from that of Bentham and Hooker's system are: first is the polypetalae and monochlamydeae of Bentham and Hooker are amalgamated and placed into a single group subclass Archichlamydeae. The families of the flowering plants are arranged in ascending order, with the increasing complexity of the flowers, mainly on floral envelope. Third, monocotyledons are placed before dicotyledons. Fourth, the term natural order has been replaced by family. Fifth, the term series or cohort has been replaced by order. Adolf Engler and Prantle system. Adolf Engler, the time period was 1844 to 1930 as shown in the figure. Next I am going to discuss about the merits and demerits of this system. First I am going to discuss about merits. The chief merit lies in the broad treatment of the entire plant kingdom. It gives an excellent illustration and phylogenetic arrangement of many groups, joining up to polypetalae and monochlamydeae into Archichlamydeae. Archiaceae is placed at the end of dicots because they are slightly evolved. Zincaceae and Amaryllidaceae are placed close to the Folicaceae. Gymnosperms treated separately in this system. This system is accepted all over the world. The entire plant kingdom was broadly treated with excellent illustrations and phylogenetic arrangement of many groups of plants was made. The amalgamation of polypetalae and monochlamydeae into Archichlamydeae is justified. Consideration and placing of Orchidaceae at the end of the monocotyledons and Compositae at the end of the dicotyledons are justified, since these are the most highly evolved. Zincaceae or Zincaceae, Amaryllidaceae and Iridaceae are placed judicially nearer to the Liliaceae. Next I am going to discuss about the demerits. The union of the corypetalae and opetalae is important over that of Bentham and Hooker's system, but in other respect not so. It is the system that carries from the salix to buttercup. Amentiferae and centrospermy are placed in the beginning of dicot even before renales. The foliar nature of carpel is settled to the primitiveness of the Caropelaceae with the two rows of perianth. The placement of Amentiferae and centrospermy almost at the beginning of the dicotyledons, even before renales, are not justified. The assemblage of all the sympatless members under Monochlamydeae increase the distance of closely related orders. The placing of monocotyledons before dicotyledons is not appropriate, because it generally agreed that monocots have arisen from dicotyledons by reduction. The placing of order Hylobaeae between the advanced orders Prantiales and Grammiphlorae is questionable. Oraceae was placed much earlier than Liliaceae, from which it has been derived. Fossil evidences gave little support to this system. If you like my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for your time and appreciation.